Hello, so in this video we're going to be talking about academic writing. We'll be focusing on structure for writing body paragraphs. The structure that we'll use is called point, evidence, connect. They'll keep you organized. So let's look into it. When you're writing nonfiction, you're really just trying to express your ideas into words, and you want your reader to be able to understand what you're saying. The more complex your idea is, the more structured you want your writing to be so it's easy to understand for the reader. A great way to do this is to use predictable and organized strategies. And if you take a step back and think about nonfiction writing, whatever it is, if it's a 5-paragraph essay, if it's an article, heck, if it's an entire book, the majority of the paragraphs you will be writing are what we're calling body paragraphs. These are paragraphs whose ideas and the evidence they use, their purpose is to support an overall main idea. So we'll talk about what's the structure that we can use for body paragraphs. The structure we're using is point, evidence, connect. And make these the order of your sentences. Make the first sentence the point of the paragraph and state it clearly. Then provide evidence that supports the point, then offer an explanation connecting the point and the evidence that you're trying to make. So again, rarely do you see this, a floating paragraph. Here we have hockey fights or crowd favorites. Rarely you're going to see a paragraph that's not connected to anything. Usually it's within a larger structure. It's in a larger essay. And here it's trying to support the idea that hockey is an enjoyable spectator sport. So you want to understand, what is the function that my paragraph is taking? Think of it like this. The main idea that you're trying to communicate, no matter what it is, if it's an essay, an article, heck, even a book, that's like the heart of the message you're trying to communicate. It's up to you to build a structure that supports and protects that heart. That structure is going to be your paragraphs. And the key to all of it are the body paragraphs that you create. It's a lot like your own body. You have a human heart, and it's protected by a rib cage and a spine. And if you notice, the shape of those bones is determined by their function. Some of the bones have very different purposes, and therefore they have very different shapes. So look at your spine. Down here, these bones have a different shape than the middle ones. They do different things, therefore they take on a different role. But a lot of the bones have similar purposes, so they have similar shapes. I mean, that's very true in the rib cage, and it's also very true with the spine. So when you're writing a paragraph, first figure out what is the purpose. And then if the purpose is similar to another paragraph, i.e. body paragraphs, use the same structure throughout all of them. It'll just help your essay, and it'll help the reader. So we'll give you a sample essay. What I'm going to do is go through and highlight the different pieces of evidence. That way, hopefully you can start seeing the structures emerge. To make it clear, the first paragraph here is an introduction paragraph. This is your first body paragraph. Here is your second body paragraph. Here's the third body paragraph, and down here is the concluding paragraph. So we'll notice, first I'm highlighting the evidence. Look, evidence is something that body paragraphs have. Point statements, again, something that body paragraphs have. The main idea of everything is usually housed in the introduction paragraph. We're going to do something slightly different to help you see larger organization, which is changing it from all dark pink to dark pink, medium pink, and light pink, because what you'll see is in your intro paragraph, they'll actually touch upon those key points. So we have a mention of the dark pink, the medium pink, and the light pink. Your concluding paragraph is going to restate main ideas, and look, it'll restate some of those key points. As we fill in, we talked about the need for connection. That's a quality that the body paragraphs have. And then we'll start filling in things like transition words, trying to connect your different paragraphs, and a hook, which draws the reader in. To just take a moment to look at this overall organization, the function of your intro paragraph is to say, hey, come and read me. This is interesting. Here's the main idea I'm trying to communicate, and here's the big ways I'm trying to communicate it. Your body paragraphs offer one way that supports the overall main idea, give some evidence, and at the end, you just sort of restate all that key information, like this was the big idea I was communicating, and then here are some key points along the way. It's the same with your bones. Different paragraphs have different functions, therefore they have different structures. Just like your vertebrae bones, they have different functions, so they have slightly different shapes. Your intro paragraph takes on a very different organizational shape than your body paragraph, which takes on a different shape than the conclusion paragraph. But remember what we said before, your body paragraphs are going to be the most commonly written type of paragraphs. So let's look at those. They each have a similar function, therefore they should have a similar shape or overall organization. Just like your vertebrae have a similar function, they have a similar shape. Let's look what we have here. We have this point, evidence, connect structure. Each paragraph starts with a point, moves to the evidence, and then connects that evidence. And then we can even add the addition of transition words. Notice they're not the same in length, they're not the same amount of sentences, they're not identical, just like your vertebrae aren't identical, but they have the same function, so they keep the same broad organization. If you can master this structure, point, evidence, connect, the beauty of it is you can build anything. You could build a 5-paragraph essay easily. You could write a college level essay or a persuasive essay. You could start writing articles for magazines or the internet. Heck, you could even build up an entire book with this. So as long as you can master body paragraph structures, you'll be in great shape for any type of writing you need to do. So just to reiterate that point, make it at the beginning, make it clear. Support that point with evidence, then explain how your evidence supports your point. You'll be in great shape. Thanks. Hope this helps. Have a great day.